In case you didn't know it, my name is Steve Fahrenholtz. I'm the father of the bride Stephanie. And yesterday we had our rehearsal dinner, and Nick gave an awesome speech. And Mark, his dad, gave an awesome speech. And Karen, his mom, gave an awesome speech. And so I told Alex, I said, Alex, I'm thinking about winging this speech because they did such a great job. And he said, Dad, I support you. That's a dumb idea. So I wrote it down right here. But first of all, I want to thank Nick's parents for being here. Karen, Nick's mom, and Dawn. Mark and Jane, Nick's dad. It is so awesome to see you guys again. We love you guys. You're like part of our family, and now we are family. It's just totally awesome. We really appreciate you being here. Secondly, I want to thank my wife, Wendy, who, oh, no, I got it here. It's right here. Wendy is like a rock star when it comes to wedding planning. I mean, her and this crew she had to do this event was amazing. And there's two things I've seen in life. I've seen the birth of my child, and I've seen this wedding, and I just appreciate I'm a guy because I could not do this at all. It takes it's like amazing. And all you people that had something to do with this wedding, I appreciate it because I feel like I know what it's like to put on a Drake concert right now because there's just so much going on. It's just really, really good. And lastly, I want to thank each person here, every single person here that took time out of their day to celebrate Nick and Stephanie, to show the love of them together. Not only did me and Wendy appreciate it, but I know Nick and Stephanie really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for being here. So I guess it was 28 years ago, the first time I seen Stephanie. She had me wrapped around her little finger. It was love at first sight. She was my little girl forever. Look at her. No, I don't want to look at her. And it didn't take her long to realize for her that she had me wrapped around her little finger. I would do anything she said at any time. As a matter of fact, she didn't like to walk, so I would pick her up, I'd put her on my shoulders, and I would carry her wherever we went, and Alex had to walk wherever we was going. This lasted till she was about 16 or something like that. But then after that, the first 4 years of her life, I learned how to play Barbies. And as a former Marine, I'd never admit I love playing Barbies. It was great every night. But that's when I found out how bossy she could be. She would tell me who I was, what I was wearing, what I was saying, and who I was marrying. So I just had to show up. And I was so glad when Alex finally took over that job. So the first thing I thought as she was growing up, I thought she'd be a teacher. She just loved school. She went through what we call the librarian phase. She would put her hair in a bun. She would have glasses, and she'd take her books to school. And when she got home, the first thing she wanted to do was play school. And she'd always trick Alex into playing. She'd say, we'll have recess and snacks. And he's like, okay. I mean, I can't complain. By the time he's in the first grade, that kid knew square roots, and it paid off a lot. Yes, it did. And then as she went to college, she decided that she wanted to get into nursing. And I'm talking, this is a godsend for her. This is why God created her. What she does. What she does is amazing. I mean, okay, I have a bad day at work, and I come home and I complain. She has a bad day at work, and somebody dies. They're little kids. I'm just so proud of her. Just so proud. And I don't tell her that enough. But anyways, okay. Here we are, 28 years later. This is a day I've kind of dreaded, but I've always looked forward to because I knew the type of man she wanted. From being Ken playing with the Barbie, she had to have a man who was He had to be kind and sincere and smart and generous, and he had, I mean, his good looks. Well, I just want their kids to look like Stephanie. That's the main thing. Um, but then I met Nick, and Nick, you blew me away. You're like awesome, dude. You're like the whole package of what she was after. And not only that, he's like super athletic. This guy went to Bellarmine University on a baseball scholarship. It could have been basketball. It could have been soccer. It could have been anything. So hello? Oh. Me and my wife was talking, what is he not good at? And we thought, okay, 6'5", maybe he can't bowl, get down there real low. So we said, Nick, you want to go bowling? He's like, sure. So we get to the bowling alley, and we said, all right, let's go. And he said, wait a minute, I got to get my ball out of the trunk. He had his own bowling ball. So while we were happy to almost break 100, he was mad he didn't break 200. So we're still looking for that one thing maybe he's not good at. And there's this thing called axe throwing now. Maybe we'll give that a shot. That might be it. I don't know. But I can tell just by looking at these two how much in love they are. And just like I married my best friend, I can tell they're marrying their best friend. I'm going to have to face this way the whole time. So after being married 30-something years, I've got some advice I want to give to both of them. First of all, never go to bed angry. Even if you lose 3 or 4 nights of sleep, don't go to bed angry. But the best way to fix that is don't be afraid to be the first one to say, I'm sorry. Even if it's not your fault, Nick, say you're sorry, and it'll work out. And also, don't be afraid to fight. I mean, if you rule out divorce, you can fight. Wendy and I have never had a fight where we thought about divorce. Murder, yes, but we have never thought about divorce. So, so I just want to say just a couple of things. I'm so happy. Stephanie has always been my little girl. And I think that's one reason I was kind of afraid of this day. I thought I'd be losing my little girl. And then I realized I'm not. She'll always be my little girl. Now I got a son. It's like, this is awesome. I'm winning on this. And my advice to Nick is the best way to remember your anniversary. Forget it one time, and you'll be all right. So here's to the couple.